Number 1, red berries are lying to you. You ever walk past a bright, juicy-looking berry bush and think, hey, nature's offering me a free snack? Yeah, go ahead and reenact that thought process for the next squirrel funeral you attend. Our ancestors had a hard-earned rule: if it's red and unfamiliar, don't eat it unless your great-great-great-grandpa's ghost explicitly says it's cool. That wasn't some picky dieter nonsense, it was survival instinct. Red in nature often means stop, danger, or congrats, you're about to meet your digestive system in reverse. See, humans evolved to associate bright colors, especially red, with toxins. This isn't just an old wives' tale. It's called aposematism, and it's nature's way of waving a giant neon sign that says, do not touch unless you want to vomit from your soul. But modern life, with its strawberry yogurts and raspberry candies, kind of dulled that ancient alarm bell. We're like colorblind toddlers in a museum full of landmines. Sure, the strawberry in your smoothie is fine, but in the wild, that innocent-looking berry could be a toxic cocktail designed by evolution to punish curiosity. Our ancestors knew this without a food blog or a TikTok toxic berry challenge. They passed it down because one wrong snack could end your bloodline. So next time you see a wild berry and feel tempted to go full cottagecore forager mode, remember, red might be pretty, but so is a warning label. Basically, if you don't know the Latin name of that berry, maybe don't make it your last meal. Number 2, quiet water is murder water. You know, that peaceful pond in the woods that looks like a screensaver. Glassy surface, birds chirping, maybe a frog or two. Your ancestors would have looked at that and gone, nope. That's how Steve died. Calm water doesn't mean safe water. In fact, it's the watery equivalent of a stranger in a van offering you candy. Still, silent, and sinister. Stagnant water, the kind with no current, no movement, no little waves, is a microbial theme park. Mosquitoes breed in it, parasites party in it, bacteria host speed dating events in it. You take one sip and suddenly you've got more roommates in your intestines than you ever wanted. Our ancestors didn't need microscopes to figure this out. They just noticed a pattern. Everyone who drinks from that puddle gets violently ill or dies. Maybe let's try that babbling brook over there instead. They didn't call it giardia, they called it run-from-your-butt disease, and it wasn't just about drinking. Quiet water hides dangerous depths, sucking mud, and even predators. Ever heard of a crocodile? It's basically a log that hates you. So when your brain sees serene water and thinks relaxation, just know your ancestors are screaming in ghost voice, run from the evil mirror lake. In short, still water runs deep and deadly. Number 3, don't sleep in caves. Caves, nature's original airbnb. Cool in the summer, dry when it rains, cozy acoustics for your nightly existential dread. Sounds ideal, right? Yeah, until you wake up spooning a rattlesnake or get crushed by a ceiling chunk the size of your ego. Our ancestors learned real quick that caves weren't all they were cracked up to be. Sure, some of them lived in caves, but only the ones who had figured out where the death traps weren't. Because caves are dramatic. They flood without warning. They collapse mid-snore. They amplify animal noises so that a baby bat sounds like a winged demon with anger issues. And let's not forget the already occupied problem. Bears love caves. So do wolves, mountain lions, and prehistoric murder bugs the size of your hand. Sleeping in a cave meant you were basically crashing a party of things that all had better teeth than you. Plus, caves mess with your circadian rhythm. No sunlight, no idea what time it is, and before long you're hallucinating goblins and arguing with a rock named Steve. Our ancestors figured out that camping outside with a fire and a quick escape route beat being cozy inside a rock tomb any day. In essence, if the cave looks too perfect, that's because it's already someone's murder den. Number 4, firelight isn't just pretty, it's armor. If you ever wonder why humans love campfires, candles, fairy lights, or why your brain feels all cozy when Netflix shows you a fake fireplace, here's your answer. Fire equals safety, like primal safety. Our ancestors didn't just gather around a fire to roast mammoth marshmallows. That fire was a glowing, do not enter sign for every creature that wanted to turn them into a chew toy. Firelight kept the night from being pitch black, and in ancient times, pitch black meant everything that wants to kill you has the advantage now. You couldn't see them, but they could definitely smell your protein-rich fear. Fire also drove off bugs, warned off predators, and let the tribe see each other's faces. Aka confirmed no one had turned into a zombie since dinner. It was the original home security system, heating system, and gossip hub all in one. That's why your brain lights up with irrational joy when you see flickering light. It's evolutionary nostalgia. Your neurons are doing a happy little dance going, "We're not going to die tonight, yay." So next time someone says you're being dramatic for needing ambience, just tell them you're responding to 100,000 years of survival training. And then light that candle with pride. Number 5, that smell means death. Have you ever caught a weird, sour meets metallic scent and instinctively stepped back like, nope, that's a murder aroma. Congratulations, your ancient ancestors just high-fived your nose. The smell of decay is universally revolting, and that's not a design flaw. That's biological programming screaming, get away from whatever that used to be. Before science gave it names like cadaverine and putrescine, early humans just knew. If it smells like that, it's either disease, death, or something that's about to become both. Rotting meat wasn't just gross, it was lethal. One whiff could signal bacteria, parasites, or full-on plague buffet. And because your great-great-great-great-grandmom didn't have hand sanitizer or antibiotics, her survival depended on an extreme disgust reflex. If it looked like food but smelled like despair, it was a no-go. Even today, your brain registers those smells in the amygdala, the part responsible for fear and memory. That's why catching a whiff of something rotten triggers that full-body ick faster than your browser finding the one pop-up ad with audio. Basically, your body evolved to treat weird smells like the club bouncer of your survival. If your nose crinkles, don't argue, trust the nose. The nose remembers. So when people say, you're so sensitive to smells, just explain that you're finely tuned by evolution to not eat biohazards. Number 6, don't linger in the open. Open fields are lovely for picnics, drone videos, and getting sniped by apex predators. You, standing alone in a wide, empty space. That's the ancient equivalent of yelling, "Free meat here." Your ancestors had a very firm rule: don't loiter where you can be seen from every angle, because saber-toothed tigers didn't send a courtesy text before pouncing. They just saw you vibing in a meadow and thought, nice, lunch with no bushes in the way. We've evolved past predators, right? Kind of. Replace the tiger with incoming enemy arrows, or in modern times, drones, snipers, and street-roaming pigeons with vendettas. The point is, standing in the open has always meant you're vulnerable. There's a reason most tribal activity happened under cover: trees, hills, caves, safe caves, anything that offered even the illusion of not being an obvious target. Even your modern instincts agree. Ever feel weirdly exposed standing alone on a soccer field? That's your lizard brain having a mild panic attack. You're a meat popsicle without cover. Hide behind something. So next time you're out in the open and feel oddly uneasy, it's not paranoia. It's ancient wisdom whispering, hey genius, move before something faster than you decides you look crunchy. Number 7, night equals murder hour. Let's talk about nighttime, or as your ancestors knew it, the universal murder shift. Before electricity, nighttime was terrifying. It wasn't cozy hoodie and binge watch time. It was clutch your spear and hope nothing wants to eat your face time. Your sense of vision, practically useless in the dark. Predators, oh, they thrived in it. Owls, big cats, snakes, all rolling out their red carpet at dusk. Meanwhile, early humans had to squint and guess if that shadow was a rock or a nightmare with claws. That's why we developed such a strong fear of the dark. It's not childish. It's literally survival paranoia built into our DNA. Our brains associate darkness with vulnerability, and our imagination fills in the blanks. Is that a tree, a demon, a tax auditor? Our ancestors responded to this fear rationally. They created rituals around fire, built shelters, and never traveled alone after sundown. Not because they were overreacting, but because the ones who didn't got turned into a predator's midnight snack and, well, didn't leave many descendants behind. So if you still sleep with a nightlight, don't be ashamed. You're not being dramatic. You're honoring the tradition of not dying alone in the woods. Basically, fear of the dark is just your brain flexing 100,000 years of don't die today instincts.